Georgia Southern Athletics here with head coach Nick Zieziula. The Eagles are getting ready to practice on the courts at Hanner Tennis Complex, but they'll be headed to Macon tomorrow to meet Mercer for their first match of the 2013 campaign. Coach, tell us a little bit about the depth that you'll finally be able to enjoy this season.
Well, we're very excited to get competition started tomorrow. The guys really came back ready and hungry to get after it on the courts, and that was evident the first couple practices. So they've made my life very difficult in having to make some decisions about lineups and who's going to be in, which is excellent to see, and that really gives me a lot of flexibility. If we have some people that aren't necessarily at 100%, we can plug some different parts into the system and not have to worry about missing a beat, whether it's with doubles teams or with singles players. So that also makes it very difficult for teams to game plan against us, and to get scouting reports for 10, 11, 12 different guys is a lot more difficult than just having to worry about knowing what six you're going to face.
Coach, and as we mentioned a little bit off camera, this is a luxury you've not had to this point, putting lineups together, knowing that some of your guys were injured and not available. So actually having that depth, having the scrimmage last year, and being able to get a preview of all the opportunities and all the options you have in your lineup is something you're not used to. But tell us a little bit about, from fall to spring, what your team's been working on.
Well, in the fall it was great to have mostly returners. We only had 3 new guys, so it was a lot easier to teach them the systems and how I want doubles played and things. So we were really able to take the next step with some of our systems and competition on court, and really focus. When the guys came back, we were able to focus a lot more on competing in practice right away, instead of having to worry about going over some drills and spending a lot of time in drill situations. So that helps the guys a lot to be able to focus more on the competition. We played a lot of full matches. The guys have already played 3, 4, some of them 5 full matches in practice, which is going to go a long way when we get the courts, even though it's our first dual match. And there will be some jitters with that, but the guys already have 4 or 5 matches under their belt, so they'll be much ready to go.
Speaking of some of the difficulties you'll have in setting that lineup, tell us a little bit about the experience that you do have coming back and some of the talent you have coming back as well.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the guys had a disappointing spring last year, and they really used that as an internal motivating force for them to really work hard over the summer, and then that gave us a much higher point to jump off from in the fall training, and then that continued right through their winter breaks. You could see that in our on-court testing when the guys came back. So guys like Matthias Verdam, struggled a little bit with his foot injury last spring, but he's back at 100% and ready to go. Playing some very good tennis the last couple days on court. Guys like Andrew Dromsky and Kyle Hoffman and Albert Cadena-Sala, who were forced to play a little bit higher as freshmen last year, have got a lot of matches under their belt, and so they're ready to put some of those experiences that they've learned into action, and being a little bit better as we get to the end of sets, 5-5, 6-6, and knowing that they can trust their game plan, that they can play with anybody that we're going to face.
Well, Coach, we know you're headed up to Macon on Saturday morning, and we invite all Eagle alumni to cheer on the Eagles at the Petty Tennis Center at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
Thank you very much, and go Eagles!